Released in 1985, A View to a Kill remains one of the most iconic James Bond films, featuring the suave Roger Moore in his final appearance as 007. With unforgettable performances from the fierce Grace Jones and the menacing Christopher Walken, the movie thrilled audiences with its mix of high-stakes espionage and explosive action. But have you ever wondered what became of the stars who brought this Bond classic to life? Nearly 4 decades later, let's take a journey to discover where the talented cast of A View to a Kill is today, how their careers evolved, and the fascinating transformations they've undergone since their days on set. Prepare to be amazed by their stories. Christopher Walken, born on March 31, 1943, in Astoria, Queens, New York, is a celebrated American actor known for his distinctive voice, eccentric roles, and ability to bring a unique intensity to his characters. In A View to a Kill, 1985, Walken portrayed the villain Max Zorin, a psychopathic industrialist with a plan to destroy Silicon Valley to gain control of the microchip industry. He was 42 years old at the time of filming. His portrayal of Zorin remains one of the most memorable villains in the James Bond franchise, with his chilling, cold-blooded demeanor standing out as a perfect foil to Roger Moore's suave James Bond. Walken's performance in A View to a Kill was praised for its charisma and unpredictability. Max Zorin was a character who combined intelligence with a frightening sense of menace, and Walken's sharp, calculating delivery elevated the role. Zorin, a product of Nazi genetic experimentation, is portrayed as a brilliant but sadistic businessman who revels in chaos and destruction. Walken's ability to bring a disturbing calmness to the character made Zorin one of the more terrifying Bond villains. Walken had a unique upbringing in New York City, where his parents ran a bakery. His mother, who loved the entertainment industry, encouraged Walken and his brothers to become involved in show business from a young age. He began his career as a child actor in television and theater. Over the years, he developed a reputation for playing eccentric characters in a wide range of films. One of his most famous roles was in The Deer Hunter, 1978, which earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. His ability to play complex and often unsettling characters has defined his career, and his role as Max Zorin in the Bond franchise is no exception. Outside of his acting career, Walken is known for his somewhat enigmatic and private personal life. He has been married to casting director Georgianne Walken since 1969, and the couple has no children. Walken has maintained a low-key lifestyle despite his fame, living a quiet life away from Hollywood's typical glamour. In interviews, he has spoken about his preference for staying out of the limelight when not working on a project. Christopher Walken's career has spanned over 6 decades, and he has become one of the most respected and versatile actors in Hollywood. From serious dramatic roles to quirky, comedic performances, Walken's ability to adapt to a wide variety of genres has made him a lasting presence in the industry. His role as Max Zorin in A View to a Kill remains a defining moment in the James Bond series, showcasing his talent for playing unforgettable, complex villains. Now, in his 81st, Walken continues to act in films and television, with recent roles in productions such as The Outlaws, 2021, and Severance, 2022. His work ethic, unique acting style, and dedication to his craft have earned him a special place in film history. As Max Zorin, Walken left an indelible mark on the Bond franchise, and his portrayal continues to be celebrated as one of the most chilling and entertaining villains in 007's cinematic universe. Patrick Macnee, born on February 6, 1922 in London, England, was a distinguished British actor, best known for his role as the suave John Steed in the TV series The Avengers. In A View to a Kill, 1985, Macnee played Sir Godfrey Tibbett, an ally of James Bond and a loyal MI6 agent. At the age of 63, Macnee brought charm, wit, and a quintessentially British sophistication to the role, complementing Roger Moore's Bond. Although his character did not survive the film, Tibbett's contribution was pivotal, and Macnee's performance provided moments of humor and warmth in the otherwise intense spy thriller. Tibbett is portrayed as Bond's trusted associate, posing as his chauffeur during their investigation into Max Zorin's, Christopher Walken, horse racing operation. Despite his limited screen time, Macnee's Sir Godfrey Tibbett is a likable and endearing character. His quick wit and unwavering loyalty to Bond add a sense of camaraderie to their partnership. Tibbett's death at the hands of Mayday, Grace Jones, is one of the more tragic moments in the film, showing his dedication to the mission, even in the face of danger. Patrick Macnee's career spanned over 6 decades, with roles in stage, television, and film. Raised in a prominent family in England, Macnee had a privileged but turbulent childhood. His father abandoned the family when he was young, and his mother raised him with significant help from her wealthy partner, Evelyn, in a liberal and eccentric household. Macnee attended Eton College, but was expelled for bookmaking and eventually joined the Royal Navy during World War II, serving with distinction. After the war, Macnee returned to acting, and his breakthrough came in 1961 with his role as John Steed in The Avengers, a role that made him an international star. His portrayal of Steed, with his bowler hat, umbrella, and impeccable manners, became iconic, symbolizing British cool and elegance in the swinging 60s. The success of The Avengers made Macnee a household name and cemented his place in television history. Despite his fame as Steed, Macnee's career included a wide variety of roles in film and television, often playing dignified or villainous characters with a touch of humor. In addition to A View to a Kill, Macnee appeared in notable films such as This Is Spinal Tap, 1984, and The Howling, 1981. In his personal life, Macnee was married 3 times and had 2 children. He lived in California for much of his later life, enjoying a quieter existence away from the Hollywood spotlight. Despite his multiple marriages, Macnee remained private about his personal relationships, though he was known to be a charming and personable figure off-screen, much like many of the characters he portrayed. Patrick Macnee passed away on June 25, 2015, at the age of 93, leaving behind a legacy as one of Britain's most beloved actors. Roger Moore, born on October 14, 1927, in Stockwell, London, was a distinguished British actor best known for portraying James Bond in 7 films from 1973 to 1985. His final appearance as Bond came in A View to a Kill in 1985, when Moore was 58 years old. This marked the end of an era, with Moore playing a more light-hearted, charming version of 007, emphasizing wit and sophistication over physicality. Despite his advancing age, Moore delivered a memorable performance in the film, maintaining Bond's suave persona, though the age difference between him and his younger co-stars was noticeable. Moore grew up in a working-class family, the son of a police officer, and attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, in his early years. After serving a brief period in the British Army, he transitioned into acting. His big break came with his role as Simon Templar in the popular TV series The Saint, which aired from 1962 to 1969. This role made Moore internationally famous, paving the way for his casting as James Bond, replacing Sean Connery. In A View to a Kill, Moore's Bond faces off against Max Zorin, played by Christopher Walken, and his accomplice Mayday, portrayed by Grace Jones. The plot involves Zoran's plan to destroy Silicon Valley to monopolize the microchip industry. Although the film received mixed reviews, Moore's final performance as Bond was praised for its characteristic humor, charm, and elegance, which had defined his interpretation of the iconic role over 12 years. In his personal life, Roger Moore was married 4 times. His longest marriage was to Christina Kiki Tholstrup, whom he wed in 2002. Moore had 3 children, Deborah, Jeffrey, and Christian, from his marriage to actress Luisa Mattioli. Beyond his acting career, Moore was deeply committed to humanitarian work. He became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador in 1991, dedicating much of his later life to raising awareness and funds for children's causes worldwide. His philanthropic efforts earned him a knighthood in 2003. Roger Moore passed away on May 23, 2017, at the age of 89 after a battle with cancer. His legacy as James Bond, particularly his light-hearted and charming portrayal in A View to a Kill, remains cherished by fans. Moore's unique take on 007, which combined wit, elegance, and a sense of fun, ensured his place as one of the most beloved actors to ever play the role, and his contributions to film and charity continue to be celebrated worldwide. Patrick Bauchau, born on December 6, 1938, in Brussels, Belgium, is a distinguished actor and filmmaker known for his extensive work in film and television. In A View to a Kill, 1985, he portrayed the character Scarpine, a loyal henchman to the film's primary antagonist, Max Zorin, Christopher Walken. At the time of filming, Bauchau was 47 years old and brought an air of sophistication and menace to the role, which added depth to the villainous organization surrounding Zorin. Scarpine is depicted as an intelligent and resourceful character, playing a pivotal role in Zorin's schemes. Bauchau's performance embodies the traits of a classic Bond villain's aide, charming yet dangerous. His character is not only a skilled operative, but also exhibits a cunning intellect, making him a formidable presence in Zorin's plans. While his screen time may not be extensive, Bauchau's portrayal leaves a lasting impression, showcasing the calculated ruthlessness often associated with Bond films. Patrick Bauchau's early life was marked by an international upbringing, as his family moved to various countries during his youth. He studied architecture in Paris before transitioning to acting, eventually training at the prestigious Conservatoire de Paris. His diverse background and experiences shaped his approach to performance, allowing him to embody characters with nuance and depth. Before his role in A View to a Kill, Bauchau had already built a successful career, appearing in films such as The Day of the Jackal, 1973, and the last remake of Beau Geste. He was also known for his work in television, particularly his role in the popular series The Pretender, where he played Mr. Raines, a mysterious figure with ties to the show's central character, Gerard. Bauchau's ability to navigate both film and television mediums has made him a versatile actor, capable of delivering compelling performances across genres. In his personal life, Bauchau has kept a relatively low profile, focusing on his craft and artistic pursuits. He has been married and has children, though details about his family life remain largely private. Known for his intellectual approach to acting, Bauchau has often emphasized the importance of understanding the psychological motivations behind his characters, contributing to the depth and complexity of his performances. Today, Patrick Bauchau is in his 85 and continues to be involved in acting, though he has gradually reduced his workload in recent years. His legacy includes not only his memorable role as Scarpine in A View to a Kill, but also his contributions to the broader film and television landscape. Tanya Roberts, born Victoria Lee Bloom on October 15, 1949, in the Bronx, New York, was an American actress and model known for her roles in both television and film. In A View to a Kill, 1985, she portrayed Stacy Sutton, a geologist and the Bond girl opposite Roger Moore's James Bond. At the time of the film's release, Roberts was 36 years old. Her character, Stacy Sutton, is the granddaughter of an oil tycoon who becomes entangled in Max Zorin's plot to monopolize the microchip industry after resisting his attempts to buy out her family's oil company. Roberts' performance as Stacy brought warmth and vulnerability to the film, complementing Moore's suave portrayal of Bond Stacy Sutton was a strong yet compassionate character, fiercely independent as she tried to reclaim her family's legacy. But she also required Bond's help to stop Zorin's destructive scheme. While her portrayal as the damsel in distress received mixed reviews, Roberts' beauty and chemistry with Moore made her a memorable Bond girl in the franchise. Her character's involvement in the climactic scenes, particularly the dramatic showdown atop the Golden Gate Bridge, highlighted her courage and determination. Tanya Roberts grew up in a working-class family, with her mother of Jewish descent and her father an Irish Catholic. After dropping out of high school and later studying acting in New York, she began her career as a model and appeared in television commercials. Her first significant acting breakthrough came when she replaced Shelley Hack as Julie Rogers in the final season of the popular TV show Charlie's Angels in 1980, which helped establish her in Hollywood. In addition to her role in A View to a Kill, Roberts was well known for her performances in other cult classics, including The Beastmaster, 1982, and Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, 1984, where she played strong, adventurous characters. Later in her career, she gained a new generation of fans with her role as Midge Pinciotti, Donna's ditzy but lovable mother, on the hit TV series That 70s Show from 1998 to 2004. Roberts married screenwriter Barry Roberts in 1974, and the couple remained together until his passing in 2006. They did not have any children. Despite her fame, Roberts maintained a relatively private life, focusing on her marriage and career rather than seeking the spotlight. Tanya Roberts' sudden death in January 2021 shocked her fans. Initially reported as a false death announcement, it was later confirmed that she passed away on January 4, 2021, at the age of 71 due to complications from a urinary tract infection that had spread to her kidneys and bloodstream. Though her role as Stacy Sutton in A View to a Kill marked her only appearance in the James Bond series, it solidified her place in the franchise's history. Grace Jones, born on May 19, 1948, in Spanish Town, Jamaica, is a multi-talented singer, model, and actress known for her bold, avant-garde style and commanding presence. In A View to a Kill, 1985, she played Mayday, one of the most memorable Bond villains in the franchise. At the age of 37, Jones brought a unique mix of physicality, fierceness, and charisma to the role of Mayday, Max Zorin's Christopher Walken, loyal and deadly henchwoman. Her portrayal broke the typical mold of a Bond villain, presenting a powerful and complex character who could stand on her own. Mayday is a highly skilled assassin with incredible strength and agility, reflecting Grace Jones's own background in fitness and modeling. What made the character stand out was her transition from villain to reluctant ally when she realized that Zorin was willing to betray her, along with thousands of others. This arc allowed Jones to show both the brutal and vulnerable sides of Mayday, culminating in her ultimate sacrifice to help James Bond, Roger Moore, foil Zorin's plan. Jones's imposing physicality and striking looks, paired with her fearless performance, made Mayday a standout character in the Bond universe. Grace Jones had a fascinating and varied early life. She moved from Jamaica to the United States as a young girl, growing up in Syracuse, New York, in a strict religious family. Despite these rigid beginnings, Jones developed an interest in the arts, eventually pursuing a career in modeling. Her breakthrough came in the 1970s when she moved to Paris and became a sensation on the high fashion scene, working with iconic designers like Yves Saint Laurent and Kenzo. Her androgynous look, tall frame, and bold style made her a favorite of photographers, and she soon transitioned into music and film. Jones's music career in the late 1970s and 1980s solidified her as an icon of disco and new wave, with hits like Pull Up to the Bumper and Slave to the Rhythm. Her androgynous, larger-than-life persona made her a unique figure in pop culture, influencing not only music, but also fashion and performance art. Her work in film, including her role in Conan the Destroyer, 1984, and A View to a Kill, showcased her as a versatile performer who could command the screen. In her personal life, Grace Jones has always remained a figure of intrigue. Known for her unapologetic attitude and striking appearance, she has led a colorful and unconventional life. Jones has one son, Paolo, with her former partner, French photographer Jean-Paul Goude, who helped shape much of her image and career. Today, in her 76th year, Grace Jones remains a legendary figure. Her portrayal of Mayday in A View to a Kill is still celebrated as one of the most iconic performances in the James Bond series. The character's strength, unpredictability, and eventual redemption added layers to the typical Bond villain archetype, and Grace Jones's unforgettable presence ensured that Mayday left a lasting impression on both the franchise and popular culture. David Yip, born on June 4, 1951, in Hong Kong, is a British actor best known for his roles in film and television, particularly during the 1970s and 1980s. In A View to a Kill, 1985, he played Chuck Lee, a key character who assists James Bond in his investigation into the nefarious activities of Max Zorin, Christopher Walken. At the time of the film's release, Yip was 34 years old. His character is introduced as a Chinese intelligence officer and serves as a bridge between Bond and the world of Asian espionage. Yip's performance as Chuck Lee showcases a blend of resourcefulness, loyalty, and determination, adding depth to the narrative. Chuck Lee's role is crucial in the film as he aids Bond in navigating Zorin's complex schemes. Yip brings a certain charm and professionalism to the character, contributing to the film's international intrigue. The partnership between Lee and Bond exemplifies the collaborative spirit of intelligence work, with both characters exhibiting a strong sense of duty and courage in the face of danger. Although Chuck Lee has limited screen time, his contributions help propel the plot forward and deepen Bond's understanding of Zorin's operations. David Yip's early life was marked by his family's migration to the UK when he was a child. Growing up in Manchester, England, he faced the challenges of being one of the few Asian students in his school. Yip developed a passion for acting while studying at the University of East Anglia, and later trained at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, LAMDA. His diverse background and experiences would eventually shape his approach to acting, leading him to take on a variety of roles that challenged stereotypes. Before A View to a Kill, Yip gained recognition for his portrayal of the character John in the groundbreaking BBC series The Fu Manchu, 1976, which focused on Asian characters and narratives in a more nuanced manner than typical portrayals of the time. This role opened doors for him in the industry, leading to appearances in various television series and films throughout the late 1970s and 1980s. In addition to his work in A View to a Kill, Yip is also known for his roles in the TV series The Chinese Detective, 1981 to 1982, where he played Detective Sergeant John Ho, and The Last Emperor, 1987, which brought him international acclaim. His ability to navigate both dramatic and comedic roles allowed him to establish a successful and varied career in film and television. Yip has been married twice and has children from both marriages, maintaining a relatively private life away from the public eye. He has balanced his acting career with his family life, ensuring that his children grow up with a strong sense of their cultural heritage. As of today, David Yip is in his early 70s and continues to work in the entertainment industry with occasional appearances in television and film. Fiona Fullerton, born on October 10, 1956, in Tansley, Derbyshire, England, is an accomplished British actress and former model. In A View to a Kill, 1985, she portrayed Pola Ivanova, a beautiful and enigmatic KGB agent with a flair for espionage. At the age of 29, Fullerton brought a captivating blend of charm, intelligence, and seduction to the role. Her character, Ivanova, initially appears as an ally to James Bond, Roger Moore, but ultimately serves as a complex figure who embodies the tensions and intrigues of Cold War-era espionage. Pola Ivanova is introduced as a potential love interest for Bond, showcasing her allure and cunning nature. Fullerton's performance captures the essence of a femme fatale, as Ivanova navigates the dangerous world of international espionage. She demonstrates loyalty to her mission while displaying an underlying vulnerability, adding depth to her character. The relationship between Bond and Ivanova is marked by tension, danger, and mutual respect, which is a hallmark of the Bond franchise. Fullerton began her career as a model in the late 1970s, quickly gaining attention for her stunning looks and poise. She transitioned into acting, making her film debut in The Last Days of Pompeii, 1984. Her appearance in A View to a Kill solidified her status in the industry and showcased her talent in both action and dramatic scenes. Fullerton's involvement in the Bond film opened up further opportunities in her career, leading to appearances in various television series and films throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Beyond her acting career, Fiona Fullerton has also been a successful entrepreneur. She ventured into property development and has been involved in various business projects over the years. Her entrepreneurial spirit reflects her multifaceted talents and interests, as she continues to explore new avenues outside of acting. In her personal life, Fullerton has been married twice. She married her first husband, Anthony Fullerton, in the early 1980s, and the couple had a daughter before eventually divorcing. In the mid-1990s, she married her second husband, Michael Kahn, a successful businessman. Fullerton has kept much of her personal life private, focusing primarily on her professional endeavors. Today, Fullerton is in her 68 and continues to pursue various interests, including acting, writing, and her business ventures. Her legacy includes not only her contributions to the Bond franchise, but also her ability to challenge traditional gender roles in film by portraying strong and complex female characters. Her performance as Pola Ivanova added depth to A View to a Kill, and she remains a cherished figure in the Bond community and beyond, celebrated for her talent and beauty. What is your favorite character from the movie A View to a Kill? And what do you think when some of the actors pass away? Please leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.